So this one in the middle here that you can't see, this is the ultimate vlogging setup. Not this one, but this one. All will be revealed shortly.
Sorry for the wind, but if you're watching this just to purely find out what I think is the best vlogging setup and not want to listen to all of this spiel, then you go to this time code in the video and that'll show you the end results. What makes a good vlogging setup for me? The general consensus is what makes a good vlogging setup for me is what will make a good vlogging setup generally for most people, excluding all your geeks that are worried about bitrate, frame rate, voice tracking, audio quality and all that kind of rubbish. These are the main points. So point one is going to be having a light and compact camera, something that's relatively small to carry around. And number two, in no particular order, is a wide angle lens, ideally something like a 10-18, because you really don't want anything higher, because otherwise you'll have my big fat head filling your screen. Nobody wants that. And number three, again, no particular order, is a flippy out screen, something that you can look at to make sure that you're even in the shot and that your composition is good. Because composition in videography, apparently, the geeks say, is everything. Number four, you want something with a decent battery life. You don't want to have to change your batteries every 5 minutes because it's a right pain in the bum. So yeah, decent sized battery helps. I would like something with an external microphone jack so I can plug a mic into it, because onboard sound in cameras just generally isn't that great, so you need to plug an external mic in to improve that. And a mic that also probably has a wind muff, because in today's surrounding, as you can tell, it's been very windy and people will sit through poor quality video, but they're definitely not going to sit through poor quality audio if they can't hear you and it's crackling all the time. So yeah, whatever camera you go with needs to have a microphone input. And for me, 4K is quite a big thing. The camera has to record 4K because I like to be able to digitally zoom and crop in post. So in order to do that, I need a good 4K image to start with, because I record in 4K, edit in 1080 and output in 4K, and it just gives you a lot more flexibility in post when you're editing your stuff. So yeah, 4K on my vlogging camera, please. And finally, slow-mo would be a benefit if the camera could have that, something that can record 120 frames per second and look good, so you can get some decent quality, buttery smooth slow motion. Yes, please. So there you go. Not an exhaustive list and quite a general one, but basically you want, or I want, a lightweight camera, a wide angle lens, something with a flip out or articulating screen so I can see what I'm recording, a microphone input to get decent audio, decent battery life and recording in 4K. And ideally if you can do slow motion 120 frames per second, that would be good. So there, not much to ask for, is it? It's at this point I should probably say, although I'm talking about gear, it shouldn't be about the gear or the camera. If you enjoy making videos, then you should just make videos no matter what gear you've got, whether it be an iPhone or a GoPro, just anything that record video, just pick it up and do it. You should enjoy the creative process. If you don't enjoy making videos, then why are you even making them?
Okay, so should we talk about it? Should we talk about the ultimate or the perfect vlogging setup? Drum roll, please. There is no perfect camera, but what I'm going to explain to you has come pretty close to being perfect. I think it's only fair that I just quickly walk through my evolution of vlogging cameras. So the first vlogging setup, the Sony A7iii, paired with the Rode Video Micro Pro Plus, and a Sony 16-35 f4 lens. So you get that nice wide field of view so that when you're vlogging, you can actually get yourself in the picture without filling your screen with the big fat head. This is a full frame mirrorless camera. It's kind of Sony's prosumer, is that a word? Pro line of cameras, and I absolutely love it. It shoots 4K, does 120 frames per second, so slow motion is sexy and buttery smooth. Paired with the microphone, you get excellent audio out of it. It uses Sony Z battery, so the battery life on it is absolutely amazing. There's loads of nice picture profiles and all that kind of stuff, which is a bit too geeky for my channel at the moment anyway. And it takes amazing pictures. It is a lovely, lovely camera. But the problem is, vlogging is embarrassing enough as it is. When you pair that with a pretty large, heavy camera with a gorilla pod or tripod or something on it, vlogging with this is embarrassing. So that, compared to the fact that the 4K time recording is limited to 30 minutes, means this cannot be the ultimate vlogging solution. It's too big, it's too heavy, and it limits the recording, which I can talk for hours sometimes. So unfortunately, as much as I love this camera, it's not the ultimate vlogging solution. Sorry. Next up in my evolution of vlogging, trying to find the ultimate vlogging camera, is this. This is the Sony RX100 Mark VII, and I've paired it with the Manfrotto ball head tripod. Now this again is a very capable camera. It has a flippy up screen, which the A7iii doesn't. It has a mic input, which a lot of other cameras in its class also doesn't. It can record 4K, and it generally has an excellent vocal length of 24mm to 200, and it's small and it's very light, which is important for vlogging. But the problem, the battery life on this thing isn't great, and also even at 24mm, my big fat ugly head still feels the screen, and I like to see where I am in my videos and show a bit of depth, so this isn't great. So those points, coupled with the fact that the 4K recording is limited to 5 minutes, and I didn't actually know that until I bought the camera, means this can't be the ultimate vlogging camera, because sometimes I can talk for hours. A 5-minute recording limit and then it just shutting off without actually telling me it's stopping to record is an issue for me. So unfortunately, Sony RX100, I like you, but I don't like you that much, so you're not my ultimate vlogging camera, so off you go. What you've all been waiting for, the ultimate vlogging camera. This is the Sony A7iii, which is their latest flagship phone, whatever that means. Basically, this is the one. Just getting emotional thinking about it. This camera, all of the bad points from the other ones, I can't find them. It has a flip up screen so I can see what I'm doing. It has interchangeable lenses, so I can stick this 10 to 18mm lens on here and have an excellent wide view when filming myself. It has an external mic jack, so I can plug a microphone in and get excellent audio. It's an APC sensor, so it's not full frame like the A7, but I can still get a pretty good 6K scaled down to 4K image out of this camera. And there are no time limits. This can record 4K as long as the battery and memory card will allow it to, unlike the A7iii, which is 30 minutes, and the RX100, which is 5 minutes. This has no limits. It's small, it's light, and I just love it. It's amazing. And when you pair this camera up with this tripod, which is the Sony GT-BV-TTD-B2, or something like that, I'll put it on the screen now somewhere. This tripod is also a Bluetooth remote, so when you pair it with the A7iii, it is still extremely small, it is still extremely lightweight, but I have the perfect ultimate vlogging setup. There isn't anything I do not like about this camera. So there you have it. This is kind of the mid-range. It's not the big hefty pro A7iii. It's not the small, tiny, compact RX100. It is the midway between them, and it's the midway between them in every aspect, including cost. It is an excellent vlogging camera, and if you're looking for a vlogging camera and you have the budget, I would say get rid of everything else. Don't even bother. Go with this. I am a little bit biased with Sony because they've all been Sony cameras, but when looking online, reading forums, watching other videos, all of the other cameras out there, or your EOS R from Canon, or your Fuji T3, your Nikon Z6, all of those kind of cameras all have one of the pitfalls that both of these have. Whereas in my opinion, I don't have any issues with this. I've only been using it for a couple of weeks, but I love it. And if I do find issue, I will be sure to tell you, because I'm all about transparency and being fair. And it actually reminds me, one of the issues that a lot of people were talking about was the fact that if you use the hot shoe mount here to mount a microphone, like so, and bring the screen up, it blocks the screen, which is an issue. What's the point in having a flippy up screen if you can't use it? Everybody loves a flippy up screen, but small rig do this kind of hot shoe relocation mount, which I don't know if you can see, I'll put some B-roll over the top, which basically relocates your hot shoe mount from here to here, meaning if I wanted to mount a bigger microphone rather than this small Salmonic, I can mount it here and still see the screen. So whilst I wouldn't mount something like the Rode Pro Plus here, because it just makes it huge, and again, huge isn't good for vlogging, the Rode Micro, which I've got upstairs but I can't be bothered to go and get, would be perfect. So there we have it. 3 lovely cameras, but this one here, sorry, is the ultimate vlogging setup, and it takes pretty good stills as well, so you can take it out to be a photography camera as well, because it's not just a video camera. Multifaceted, that's what I'm on about. So there you go. The Sony A7iii paired with the 10-18 lens and the GPTP-TV42T tripod thing is the perfect vlogging setup. So there you go. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button because it massively helps with the YouTube algorithm. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already, and let me know in the comments box below any comments, questions or feedback, and until the next video, internet, I will see you in the next video, internet. Goodbye. This is the 3rd time I'm recording this video. The 3rd time, seriously. 3rd. What's the time? Pick up Olivia.
Throw this shade on me, like they all hate on me. Don't bring that rage on me. Why they throwing shade on me, like they ashamed on me? I thought